Israelites doing this for real. 67% of the Israelites going to the lake of fire. Which one you choosing? The curse or the blessing?
They brought us from one slave ship to another slave ship. This slave ship we've been riding on for over 400, 500 years.
You have to examine yourself to get to the kingdom. You have to build yourself. You have to do it yourself. You can't be worried about no one else. Hey, shalom, shalom. Today's class, do not envy your oppressor. Things that I bring out is what our people hate, because we've been trying to continue to emulate the peoples that hate us when we are the highest ranking beings on the planet.
That's right. So
I'm going to be going through this and I'm going to be expounding heavily. We're going to start at Proverbs 3:27. To all y'all out there, man, happy Feast of Tabernacles. We're not envying our oppressor. We're not basing our feast off a dark moon, man. This is why I come at and bring truth. Christ said they gonna hate you because our peoples are stuck in follies, man. And a lot of them say they in the truth, but they still in Christianity. One, do not envy your oppressor. That means that you shouldn't be teaching witchcraft doctrines, magic tricks, bags of tricks, you name it, they do it. Read this out.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 27. Withhold not good from them to whom it is due.
It say withhold, deny, not good, understanding. Our peoples lack understanding in this truth, man. They have a lack. That's why the Most High is raising up prophets to teach y'all. Read.
When it is in the power of thine hand to do it.
And when it's in our power, see, it's in the power now. That's why the Spirit is put on me to bring these classes to y'all. To bring y'all the true understanding of the scriptures. Give me 1 Peter 4:10. 1 Peter 4:10. The thing is, our peoples need to take heed. You can't be a part-time Israelite, you gotta be a full-time Israelite. Read that out.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 4 and verse 10. As every man hath received the gift.
See, everybody want to try to dictate who gets the gift. It's not up to you. It's totally up to the Most High and His Son, man. Nobody down here, cause if it was, we'll be having a pimp up here. Read.
Even so minister the same one to another.
Minister the same one to another. Read.
As good stewards of the manifold grace of God.
Many abundance, man. Many abundance that God gives you. Bring it to the peoples. Read on out.
If any man speak.
If they gonna speak, I heard these Israel niggas out here, and a lot of y'all don't understand what I'm talking about, but they always making these 10-minute videos trying to debunk something. And they went in there and broke down nothing.
Right.
Go teach me a class. He walked on water, and then I believe you if you can prove it. Go teach me a class. Moses divided a sea, man. When you don't have the understanding, this is on a different playing ground than most Israelites understand. They want everybody to be the same, because there's a lot of crabs in the bucket in this walk, man. If they hate, let me tell you something. You got guys been in the truth 20, 30 years, man. They more haters than the ones that's just coming in the truth.
That's right.
If the Most High ain't giving it to you, then what? What you want me to do? Read up.
Let him speak as the oracles of God.
Every class, precept upon precept. That's all they get. Every class, precept upon precept. You can't come to me talking about 7 precepts to prove me wrong when you don't understand what's in this book. I tell them all the time, they have no understanding what's in this book. Many of y'all been in Christianity all your life, and you still, if you didn't get it then, how you going to get it now in the truth? If you still believe in the same thing that you was taught in them churches. Read on,
If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which God giveth.
So, a lot of people don't understand this is a God gift. This is a gift from the power. I'm doing what this power is giving me to do.
That's right.
I'm not in here bringing up new BS to my peoples and talking 2 hours and not pulling a precept to prove it. Or I'm going to pull one precept and I'm going to make you believe what I say.
That's right.
See, I'm not envy the oppressor, man, because his thought is not the most high thoughts. Read on,
That God in all things may be glorified through Yahawashi.
God in all things. Read.
To whom be praise and dominion forever and ever.
See, this is the thing. What I'm doing is setting a president in Israel. They don't want it because they're used to the old guards. You know, they ain't like, I see your comments. And I know you're sick. Because if you're going to come tell me something, you better know how to break these things down. When they say water is going into the word and understanding, it's not talking literally. When it's talking about food, it ain't literally talking about food.
That's right.
This is what they don't understand, man. When it's talking about sea, it ain't talking about a sea. But that's what they want to believe. You go and read Exodus, never did say Moses divided the Red Sea. But that's what they believe. Proverbs 16:22. Thing is, I'm not bringing it to you. It's the power. And we supposed to represent the power here on the ground. Read that out.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 22. Understanding is a wellspring of life.
See, a lot of them, they ain't got that, man. They don't have no understanding. All they want to do is run their mouth, man. You got a lot of dead Israelites out there. A lot of people don't understand. 2/3 waking up too. All they want to do is cause confusion. Read that again.
Understanding is a wellspring of life.
Read on.
Unto him that hath it.
See, that has it. See, a lot of these people, you see no fruits of their works. All you see them is a title on YouTube or someone jumping on Facebook. You got a lot of them don't even celebrate the feast, man. Or they celebrating it at their crib or somewhere. They don't want to be around nobody. You got to break that curse, man. You got to break that curse, Israel. Read.
But the instruction of fools.
The what?
The instruction of fools.
Read.
Is folly.
That's what they instruct the follies, man. I know they sick. I'm not going to play games with Israel. Israel love to play games. Game time over with. Read.
The heart of the wise teacheth his mouth.
The heart of the wise teaches his mouth. Read.
And addeth learning to his lips.
And add learning unto his lips. Read.
Pleasant words are as honeycomb.
Her pleasant words are what?
Are as an honeycomb.
Read.
Sweet to the soul.
What?
Sweet to the soul.
Read on.
And health to the bone.
What are these words are?
And health to the bone.
We're not going to teach that Christianity garbage up in here, man.
Right.
We're on a mission. We here, and I'm asking, and I call out to the dude, and I reach out to every elder that they are, so-called elder. I don't call them elders because they don't operate in an elder spirit.
That's right.
How are we going to come together? If we got to go to war, we don't even know each other. Too many chiefs in the nations, man, and Most High ain't calling them. That's the problem with our people. Everybody want to be a chief. Where the troops and the Indians at? Read on,
There is a way that seemeth right unto a man.
See, they way seem right to them in their eyes. They way seems right. But read.
But the end thereof are the ways of death.
That's what their ways are, man. That's why we do not follow our adversary, our enemy. We do not follow after the peoples that destroyed us. They're not going to teach us no doctrine. Nothing positive about us. This is why the Most High is raising up spiritual men. Give me Ecclesiastes 8:1. You can't be in this truth and you still singing the same old Israel nigga song.
Right.
I'm showing you what it is to be wise. Read this out.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 1. Who is as the wise man?
Who is a wise man, in this walk? How can you tell? Are they out here teaching flying ships going all over the place and they don't have no understanding of this stuff, man? Then you have people bugged out, I've seen something. You ain't seen nothing. Then you got a lot of them in this truth thinking this power is dealing with them, man. They don't understand. Give me Hosea 14:9. People don't have no understanding what's in this book, man. This book is a fantasy to some people, man. This book is all medicine to me. Read that up.
The book of the prophet Hosea, chapter 14 and verse 9. Who is wise?
Who is wise, man? Read.
And he shall understand these things.
Anybody out there reading their scriptures, man, and following the word of God? Read.
Prudence.
What?
Prudence.
Read on.
And he shall know them.
He gonna know what's coming to him. Read.
For the ways of the Lord are right.
See, we gonna follow the ways of the Lord. They always right. Read.
And the just.
And the what?
And the just.
Read on.
Shall walk in them.
They gonna follow these laws, man. We not taking. 600 plus 13. We not going to 612. We're going with all of them. We're here to build a nation, man. We're here to unify the nations. We can't unify the 2/3. They don't want to unify. Read.
But the transgressors.
The who?
The transgressors.
The ones that break these laws, that not following what God is laying down now. Read.
Shall fall.
They're going to fall. Read.
Shall fall therein.
They're going to fall, man. They're going to fall. Back to Ecclesiastes 8:1. They're going to fall. Because when you don't have a foundation, you're building your house on quicksand.
That's right.
And I'm telling people, and I'm seeing it, and I'm bringing it. We're preparing. You know, you got a lot of these people saying, man, we just wait on God. Okay. See, you said you probably one ain't keeping no commandments. Read that again.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 1.
Read on.
Who is as the wise man?
Who is as that wise man? It's just going to be few. Not going to have a million wise men walking around here in the truth. Read.
And who knoweth the interpretation of a thing?
Who expounds on God's words in a righteous spirit? Who can expound on these things, man? Through the Spirit, we bring it out every week. Read.
A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine.
That's his mind. That's his mind. But read.
And the boldness of his face shall be changed.
That's what it's going to be changed, man. You can tell when a person is spiritually building and eating. They're getting fed something. They're not getting that old molded bread that they've been getting out there in that world, man. And the same in this. Let me tell you something. A lot of them say they ain't in the truth. They're not in the truth if you're not following God's words.
That's right.
You can't be in the truth. I've been in the truth 10 years. But you smoking a cigarette. You don't have fringes on. You're not keeping no feast day. That nigga just know about the truth.
That's right.
Read.
I counsel thee to keep the king's commandments.
What do he do?
I counsel thee to keep the king's commandments.
They don't want to do that, man. This is counseling that they're getting, but they reject it. Read.
And that in regard of the oath.
The who?
In regard of the oath.
That oath is a promise we made in blood. Read.
Of God.
Of who?
Of God.
Of God, man. These things people don't want to hear. Give me Psalms 89 and 30. See, because they go in this book, but they don't know what's in this book. It's a mystery book. Every you got all these Johnny come fly lates, man. They don't understand. Most High calling his people together. Read this up.
The book of Psalms, chapter 89 and verse 30. If his children forsake my law.
If it's what?
Children forsake my law.
Read on.
And walk not in my judgments. If they break my statutes and keep not my commandments, then will I visit their transgression with the rod.
With what?
With the rod.
We're going to visit you with that word, man. See, a lot of people, they don't like this word, man. Read.
And their iniquity with stripes.
With what?
With stripes.
Whips. Read on.
Nevertheless, my loving kindness will I not utterly take from him,
Read on.
nor suffer my faithfulness to fail.
That's the dealing with these 12. But read.
My covenant will I not break.
He said this covenant, but see, Israel always breaking the covenant. When they get in their emotions, when they can't understand what's coming out. Read.
Nor alter the thing that is gone out of my lips.
He said he never gonna change nothing. He said the same yesterday, today, and forever. Why can't we be like that? Read.
Once have I sworn by my holiness that I will not lie unto David.
He said he's not gonna lie unto David. Read.
His seed shall endure forever.
His seed shall endure forever. Read.
And his throne as the sun before me.
Read on up.
It shall be established forever.
It's gonna be established for what?
Forever.
See, that's the problem. Like I tell y'all, we here trying to unify the nations and bring the world, bring our people together. Like I tell y'all, man, I'm seeing spiritual things, how they coming at us. Y'all see the food in these stores, the fruits have no taste no more. We in here arguing about a precept when we won't come to the table and sit down and deal with this matter. Pride on Israel, man.
That's right.
It's a lot of prideful niggas in this truth, man. A lot of them walking around here with friends is dangerous as hell, man. Read up.
As the moon.
As what?
As the moon.
Read on.
And as a faithful witness in heaven.
As a faithful witness in heaven, man. As a faithful witness in heaven. Bring that oath up there right quick. Right there. Read that out.
Oath. A solemn affirmation or declaration.
This here is a promise. But read.
Made with an appeal to God for the truth of what is affirmed.
Read on.
The appeal to God in an oath implies that the person imprecates his vengeance and renounces his favor if the declaration is false.
This is false. Read.
Or if the declaration is a promise, the person invokes the vengeance of God if he should fail to fulfill it.
Read on.
A false oath is called perjury.
See, a lot of people's in this truth, man, purging their own self, man. A lot of them in this truth ain't understanding what's going on because they're taking this truth lightly. See, a lot of them, they don't like instruction. They don't like order. They don't, they're always whining. Let me tell you something. When your neck gets snapped, man, it's just what you asked for. This is the problem with our peoples. Where we at? Ecclesiastes back to 8 and 3. The thing is, we're here to feed our people. We can't feed them with that boo-boo that they've been eating, man. With this division that I see, like I tell you, I'm going to do the Lord's work. And these brothers that stand behind me, they're going to do the Lord's work. This is how we operate. Read that up.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 3. Be not hasty to go out of his sight.
Do not be hasty to go out of the power's sight. Read.
Stand not in an evil thing.
A lot of them walk right back to it, man. That's where they come from. That's where they go. That's what they love. Stand not in an evil thing. Give me Romans 1 and 28. Romans 1 and 28. They love standing in the evil thing, man, because guess what? That's where they was raised. So they're going to fall back on the thing that they know. That wickedness. Read that up.
The book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 28.
Let's see what these evil things read.
And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge.
They don't want to hear the truth, man. They want to hear this magic stuff that goes on in Israel, man. Israel do not want to hear the truth because we got too many people hollering they having unity, man. I don't understand. Moses, pull up unity for me, man. I want to know what the definition of unity is. Read on out.
God gave them over to a reprobate mind.
When they don't want to come into this truth, man, this is the thing, man. This is how we're trying to prevent our people from envying their oppressor, man. Keep them out of these damn shops. Keep them from doing the things, the people that hate us. Nobody's in our neighborhood trying to help us but the Hebrew Israelites. We're trying to set the standard, man. And our people want to continue feeding the beast. That's why we can't come together with wicked niggas. Pull it up, Moses. Let's see what unity is. Read that up.
Unity. The state of being united or joined as a whole.
Read on.
The state of forming a complete and pleasing whole, especially in an artistic context.
Read on.
A thing forming a complex whole.
Let's see. Keep going down, Moses. I want the unity, what it really means. Read that right quick.
What is the true meaning of unity? Unity is being together or at one with someone or something.
It's meaning under one law, under one God, not different. You can't have the Christianity church and Islam saying they got unity.
That's right.
You can't have Seventh-day Adventists saying that the Jehovah's Witness got unity. It's nowhere possible. Ephesians 4:4. Go ahead.
Give me 1 Corinthians 1:10. It's the only way we're going to have unity. A lot of our people, they say they walking in the truth, but they really not. That's why you don't see, that's why you can't seem to see, get your families. How many of y'all separated from y'all families? Everybody in here, because what? Mama don't want to hear that. Mama just want to hear what the pastor want to say. Your brother been in that church so long, he not listening to you no more. He don't want to hear the truth. He want to hear that good sob story. Read that out.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Read.
Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahawashi,
read,
that ye all speak the same thing.
that we do what?
That ye all speak the same thing.
So we can't all be walking in here saying that we got to keep the commandments, and one side over here saying they saved by the grace. Read,
and that there be no divisions among you.
No what?
No divisions among you.
That's what's wrong with Israel right now today. A lot of these brews got pride on them. That's why they don't want to come to the table. They want to keep being the head nigga in charge. Well, that's exactly what they're going to be, because we Hebrews around here. We're going to do what thus says the Lord. Read,
But that ye be perfectly joined together.
Be what now?
Perfectly joined together.
Now, if I understand something, we only can be perfectly joined together if we keeping God's laws, which make us perfect. So that separates us from everybody. Read.
In the same mind.
In the what?
In the same mind.
Read.
And in the same judgment.
And without this order, Hebrews gonna stay separated. Go ahead,
There is no unity. Go back and read that. And that there be no what? Keep reading that. And that there be no what?
That there be no division.
Hold up. You got one believe that the 7-day float. You got one with the Jewish star on. You got one that got the dark moon on. You got one out there with their baseball hats on, man. You got some out there with no fringes on, man. You got some that cook on the 7th day. That there be no what?
That there be no division.
Drop dead with that stuff, man. Ephesians 4:4, man. It's just a nigga fest. I keep telling people, man. They don't want to hear it. That's they're making us like, man, y'all can do that, man, because they know we're not going to do it in here. Read that out.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 4. There is one body.
One body, read.
And one spirit.
Read on.
Even as you are called in one hope
read on.
of your calling.
Read on.
One Lord.
One Lord.
One faith.
One faith, read.
One baptism.
One belief, read.
One God.
One God.
And Father of all.
Read on.
Who is above all, and through all, and in you all. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Yahawashi.
See, they don't want to hear that, man. Israel won't match it. Israel want to stay on that same train, man. That death train that they on. Y'all see all that unity? That's garbage out there, man. Some of that stuff, you know, new day starts in the daytime now.
That's right.
They run to anything now because they love follies. Back to Ecclesiastes, matter of fact, Romans 1 and 29. That's the problem. Unity is all being in the same page. And when they see us, they're going to see us on the all same moon. We not, and brother, I just don't understand how a brother think a dark moon decreases. I had an Israel nigga type on there. If they would have asked, we would have told nigga, give me Michael right quick, man. See, let me tell you, when you come to me with that garbage, man, this is what I'm going to do to you. Get away from me with that garbage, man. I don't want to hear that stuff, a dark moon decreasing, man. It's increasing, idiot. Read that up.
The book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 29. Being filled with all unrighteousness.
That's the problem with him right there. Read.
A fornication.
You got a lot of them, man. Soon as we have in here, a sister be in here a year. You got them soon as a sister come in there, they on them like flies on shit, man. That don't give them a time to breathe. We're here trying to raise up our peoples, and we trying to heal the sick. How can we heal them when you destroying them out there? Yeah. Then you got some of these wicked sisters. Yeah, I'm a third wife. And y'all in a 1-bedroom apartment. How much cattle do you got? Where's your land at? What's the name of his company? Is he even got a job? Oh, I didn't know PlayStation 4 is a career now. There's a 401k playing PlayStation 4.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
That's not a man. A man leads by example. Read up.
Wickedness.
Wickedness, man. You'll find somebody got there all on rap videos now, man. They rap. I mean, I hear so much garbage rap out there now about Israel. They sounding like the people's on the radio now.
That's right.
Lil Uzi and Bootsy, whatever these guys' names, I don't know their names. Read on up. Covetousness, man. Seeing what somebody else and study, coming and sit down. Read.
Maliciousness.
Read on.
Full of envy.
Full of envy, man. Read.
Murder.
Hate their own brothers. Read.
Debate.
Can't understand the scripture. Read.
Deceit.
Deceit. Read.
Malignity.
Read on.
Whisper.
Love to do this. Read.
Backbite.
Oh, man. Hey, man, we cool, ain't we? As soon as you leave, they talking behind your back, man. Read.
Haters of God.
They what?
Haters of God.
When the truth coming out,
haters of God.
they hate their power, man. Read.
Despiteful. Proud. Boasting.
Say what?
Boasting.
And we sit up and we telling them how we operating here. Come to the table. They don't want to do that. Proud. How we gonna give you the shortcut? You go out there and you start doing this, man. You need that shortcut. You can't go out here in this world. Everything is set up to rob you.
That's right.
Y'all don't know how much money we probably don't spend on equipment and stuff. How much money it takes to do this. Why can't we pick up the phone and call each other? Why can't, if you got information, share it with your brother? Oh, it's pride, man. No, we ain't sharing nothing with y'all. We want the white man to hurt you. We behind the authorities of the power, man. Read up.
Inventors of evil things.
They invent evil things, man. Now I'm gonna get on them about them Zeeks, man. I'm gonna be bringing that out today, man. Do not envy your oppressor. But you see Israel, they follow all the markets. I got a book right here, man. Symbols of Judea. Right here. This garbage. All this garbage in here, man. You know, next thing you're going to see brothers walking around here with that knot on their forehead, whatever they garbage. I mean, you see them with all this stuff, talking about them people's over there and the Igbo and stuff, man. How do we know? It's like prove a friend. I did the research on them, man. Said they was set up by the white man. Ethiopians. Then he talking about a pomegranate, man. That the shield of David? Come on, man. I'm sick of this mess, man. They can come after me. I tell them I'm down there in that corner every 7. Come see me.
That's right.
I don't run from nobody in this walk, man. You gonna pull this garbage, man? And I went and watched one of their videos, man. I wrote down every precept, man. Pure garbage, man. Wisdom of Solomon 13:2. Exodus 28:34 and 5. What is these niggas talking about? Because this is not talking about no shield of David.
That's right.
Go and show me where it's a shield of David. Not a pomegranate. Not some dealing with some food. Did they even know that this is a Jewish tradition they teach? No scriptures in the Bible say David had a shield. Who is your shield? Why would David need a shield when the power is his shield?
That's right.
See, this is the thing that's Israel. They're going to be mad, man. I don't care. They can get Mike if they like. You know, we don't run from nobody in one body, man.
That's right.
We about this business up in here. Read that out.
Disobedient to parents.
They disobedient to what?
Disobedient to parents.
They thinking that's mom and dad, man. This is the new elders that's stepping up now, man. We the parents around here. Read.
Without understanding.
They have no understanding of the scriptures, and I'm going to show you one today. Read.
Covenant breakers.
Covenant breakers. Read.
Without natural affection.
No natural affection for their peoples. Read.
Implacable. Unmerciful.
Unmerciful. Read.
Who knowing the judgment of God.
Who knowing the judgment of God. Read.
That they which commit such things.
Read.
Are worthy of death.
But read on.
Not only do the same.
They not only do the same. Read.
But have pleasure in them that do them.
That's that unity camp garbage right there, man. I said it. I wasn't coming to that mess, man, until we come to the table.
That's right.
Nobody want to break that curse, that bond, man. Nobody want to break that bond. But we're going to step up. Back to Ecclesiastes 8:3. You got something deep?
Give me Psalms 119, 104 right quick. Book of Psalms, chapter 119, and verse 104. Read when you get there.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 104.
Read.
Through thy precepts.
Through what?
Through thy precepts.
Read.
I get understanding.
That's the problem right there. They don't want to come sit at this table and go precept for precept and get the understanding of these scriptures so we can all be on one accord.
God.
They all want to live the same way they've been living. They don't want to sit down and become brothers. Somebody want to be in charge.
That's right.
Now we supposed to be brothers, so we should be able to sit down at this table and read it again.
Through thy precepts, I get understanding.
And get the understanding of these scriptures so we can work this thing like we supposed to. Our people don't want to do that though. Somebody want to stand out front. Somebody want to have that crown on their head. Nigga, we in captivity.
That's right.
Read on out.
Therefore, I hate every false way.
And you can tell by some of our people that's out here teaching, they still love the world. They like seeing our sisters in pants. They like looking at our sisters lustfully. They like getting out here in these streets. Some of these brews that's in this truth still going to the strip club. Wow. Still going to hang out. Still going to get drunk. Still being whoremongers in this truth. Yeah. There's no way. You can't live a double life here. You can only serve one God.
Hey,
go ahead, bitch.
The wicked flee when no man pursue, man.
Big God.
Because they know we're gonna stand on these principles. Ecclesiastes back to 8 and 3. The thing is, man, they don't like for nobody to, they act just like when you're out there in that street, man. When you hit that scene, don't say that. They making a 5-minute video about you, man. Read that out.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 3. Be not hasty to go out of his sight.
See, when you lead the truth, when you walk away from these laws, statutes, commandments, you leave the way of his sight. Read.
Stand not in an evil thing.
See, you can't have you the camp, man. You don't know if this guy over here being a whoremonger. You don't know what this guy over here being. You got to prove a friend, man. That's why I say Israel is a long way off. Because they don't want to do what the scriptures say do. They want to continue that division to stay here. Some of them want white women as concubines, man. What scripture is that? Somebody find me. Somebody say, if you're not in this camp, you're not in the truth. Nigga, find me a scripture and prove it to me. Yeah. This is what I'm telling y'all. Madness. Then they're telling you why it got to be their slaves. I got to find a scripture for it. Bring it to me. Don't come here with that pimp game here, man. That's you right. Got to be precept up to battle with us. That's read right. Up.
For he doeth whatsoever pleaseth him.
He doeth whatsoever pleases him, man. He doeth whatever pleases his own spirit, man. Read.
Where the word of a king is, there is power.
There is what?
There is power.
What's in here?
There is power.
Read.
And who may say unto him,
read.
What doest thou?
What you doing, huh? What are y'all doing, man? Y'all, of course, we supposed to go out there and be nice to everybody. We supposed to go out there and teach like Christianity pastors. Are we dealing with fathers knows best children out there? Are we not dealing with baby children out there, man?
That's right.
We dealing with the baby children, man. They come in every size, shape, color, whatever you want to know. We dealing with an entity that most people don't even understand, man. We dealing with, matter of fact, give me Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 12. Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 12. People want to come in here and hear about missiles and nuclear warheads and stuff. Then they still teaching the raptor. Who in here believe about going to get caught up in the air? Don't the nuclear bombs come up in the air too? Don't the flames be high in hell too? Are we going to be lifted up? That's talking about us all in the same spirit.
That's right.
It's no rafter. Some of y'all scared of a second floor. How you going to be up in the air 30 floors, man? Looking around. You're going to lose your faith like Peter did when he was supposed to be walking on water, didn't you? Y'all thinking they was out there fishing for fish, don't you? They was out there already teaching, man. See, y'all got to understand these people don't have the understanding. We have to teach them, and they don't want it. And they don't want you to want it. They probably the ones sitting right now with that banana in their mouth right now.
That's right.
I don't like this, man. I lost a member of the congregation. We're not worried about that. They can leave all they want to, man. You're going to continue seeing us moving in the righteous way. Read that.
The Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 12. When I hold my tongue,
Read on.
they shall bide my leisure.
They gonna what?
Bide my leisure.
Read on.
And when I speak, they shall give good ear unto me.
Read on.
If I talk much, they shall lay their hands upon their mouth. Moreover, by the means of her, I shall obtain immortality.
That's wisdom, man. That's wisdom. That's all we dealing with, man. Read.
And leave behind me an everlasting memorial to them that come after me.
See, you got to understand, you teaching the word of God, you teach the word, all that flying ship stuff, chariots and stuff. These cats bugged out there in Israel, man. They bugged the hell out there. Some of them thinking Leviathan is coming to save us. He can't come on land. What he gonna do when we up here getting slaughtered? It's madness in Israel, man. These guys, but see, cause you know why? They got a weak nature. They don't want to step up and be men. David and them was warriors. Tell me when a ship came in and did some damage. Tell me when Leviathan come up on the planet and do some work. They went out and did it themselves.
Right.
Read on up.
I shall set the people in order.
What did he say?
I shall set the people in order.
That's what we're here to do, man. Read.
And the nations shall be subject unto me.
He said the nations are going to be subject. Read.
Horrible tyrants.
What?
Horrible tyrants.
Read.
Shall be afraid.
They're going to be afraid. Read.
When they do but hear of me, I shall be found good among the multitude, and valiant in war.
And what?
And valiant in war.
Read on up.
After I am come into mine house, I will repose myself with her, for her conversation had no bitterness.
This truth, man, it has no bitterness. Read.
And to live with her had no sorrow, but mirth and joy.
Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. That's why we have counseling. We try to sit down with people and give it to them. Well, some of them reject it. But read.
Now when I considered these things in myself,
When I considered these things in myself, read.
and pondered them in my heart, how that to be allied unto wisdom is immortality.
Is what?
Is immortality.
See, a lot of people don't understand this is your immortality. Read on.
And great pleasure it is to have her friendship. And in the works of her hands are infinite riches. And in the exercise of her conference with her, prudence. And in talking with her, a good report.
Read on.
I went about seeking
Hold up. A good what?
a good report.
A lot of them, they want to find something on you so bad, man. They itch you.
Right.
They got to find something on you, man, to make you try to make you think bad. I got reports on them all, man, but I don't bring it out. But I let Israel, you know, the thing is, if they come this way, they get hit in the head with a hammer.
That's right.
Just like Asaph did with that lying stuff. I'm teaching hate, man. I'm trying to bring the nation together. We're not afraid of nobody in this truth, man. The Most High say wisdom conquer everything. We dealing with that. Read, Doc.
I went about seeking how to take her to me, for I was a witty child and had a good spirit.
A good what?
A good spirit.
Read on.
Yea, rather, being good, I came into a body undefiled.
A body, a nation undefiled. Read.
Nevertheless, when I perceived that I could not otherwise obtain her, except God gave her me.
Hold up. Who gave it to us?
Except God gave her me.
God gave it to us, man. Gave us wisdom. Not man. Yo, people in this truth, they depend on man so much. It's cause they come out of them Christianity churches, pastors on a pedestal. Man, I see so much of these pastors, man, Most High exposing these pastors. A lot of them murdering. I just seen one murder his wife just a week or two ago. Had in the back, Levite. You find them all the time, homosexual out, sleeping with the congregation. It's madness in them churches. Read,
And that was a point of wisdom also to know whose gift she was.
Whose gift? Where did this gift come from? You can't get this from man. And people hate. Let me tell you something. 99% of you got the spirit of competition on it. You competing in everything. See, we don't do that in here. We don't care what kind of car you drive. You see me, I drive an old truck. It's paid for. Why let the man rob me? Why continue being a nigga? Why go to his restaurant, eat his nasty food? Why would Martha Killer King send us in there to eat that stank, man?
That's
That's right.
Because he was a nigga. Why would they lead us? And nobody is telling us, grow your own thing, man. Do your own thing. This is how we rise up as a nation. We can't rise up as a nation when niggas want to look good in videos, man. Y'all come out there and see me, I'm going to be in some raggedy clothes, man. I'll probably be the one out there working. I'm out there trying to help the nation. I'm a servant to the nation. These niggas want kings. These niggas got Burger King crowns on walking around here.
That's right.
Knowing damn well that ain't real, man.
That's right.
How you gonna have a crown on when you're in captivity? It's stupid to me, man. Preeminent spirits already, some of them are already in their kingdom.
God.
I'm here to tell them, man. They got a problem with me, I'm at that corner. Come see us. Because I'm with God's army.
That's right.
And if you catch me by myself, I'm with that judge army. You better know what I'm talking about. Read, dog.
I prayed unto the Lord.
What?
I prayed unto the Lord.
Read on.
And besought him.
And what?
And besought him.
When I came into the truth, I'm telling you, man, you got to let go of everything. You got to seek your Lord, man. Because I seen the fall. I'm like, man, this is a lot of yes men's and all these weird things going on. I'm like, I'm seeing wickedness in Israel. And I'm saying, something got to be done about it. Read.
And with my whole heart, I said.
Let's sit on that. With my whole mind, man, I said I'm going to follow the power. I'm going to ask for that mercy. I'm going to ask for that knowledge. I'm going to ask to be built in a righteous way. I'm going to ask to be a leader of the nation. I'm going to ask to be a sacrifice for the sheep. Because I know I put my life on the line. A lot of people don't get it what goes on behind closed doors. They thinking they just see us, we out there rebuke you, man. It's people's out there hating us for what we do.
That's right.
Back to Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. We're going to get to moving on, man, so we can get through this. Read on.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing.
See, I don't worry about it at nighttime when I go to sleep. Read on.
And a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment.
He discerns what?
Time and judgment.
See, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm seeing things go on. And I'm bringing it to the nation. But a lot of us, we have to come together. We can't be division sex. We have to know, man, somebody got to be here. We watchmen. We telling y'all, man, something is going down. Esau has stripped down all the videos that used to be on there about information. Esau is blocking all the contents out there now. A lot of stuff you be like, share some on Facebook, your friends won't even see it.
That's right.
Only you can. Y'all better understand what your enemy is doing. Y'all go in these grocery stores and the shelves are half empty, man. Y'all going in there getting that defiled food. Why can't we do our own thing, man? Why can't we have our own truck bringing us food in different states? Why can't we do this? Why do we have to go out here and buy a piece of house paying $100,000? You know how much when you get through paying for that house? Almost $400,000. See, why do we invest our money in our enemy, the one that's oppressing us? Why can't we come together and build this nation? The Most High going to do it right here in front of us.
That's right.
Give me Daniel 2 and 21. We got to be on the move, man. We've been sitting still in this truth for too long with the same lies. Read this up.
The book of the prophet Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 21. And he changeth the times and the seasons.
Read on.
He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding.
See, this is what you got to understand, man. This is how you can understand things are changing. You're seeing all the stuff going on, man. But our peoples look past that. They stuck. Give me Jeremiah 8 and 7. They stuck, man. We can't come. And that's showing the nations. We on a different level then. When we come to that table, man, and we sit down, first we got to get to know each other. I'm not asking brothers to come with their precepts in. Let's come sit at the table. Be men's. like David and them was. Read up.
The book of the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 8 and verse 7.
Read on.
Yea, the stork in the heaven knoweth her appointed times, and the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming. But my people know not the judgment of the Lord.
They don't know the judgment of the Lord, man. They're still in fantasies in Israel. This is the scripture saying this. Read up.
How do ye say, we are wise?
How do you say we are wise, man, when you still playing the PlayStation 4? If your husband got a PlayStation 4, go pawn it, man.
That's right.
The hell you buying $50 games for it, and it's still the same thing as PlayStation 1. It's no different. They got the same place. Our people stop buying the garbage, man. Learn your children how to feed themselves first. That's one thing they need to do. We take them out to that land, boy, we see them out there tongue out. We put them to work, man. We want to know what it's like to be an Israelite. See, a lot of these schools, they don't do nothing. Then they mad at us for saying something. Read up.
And the law of the Lord is with us.
The law of the Lord is with us. Read.
Lo, certainly in vain made he it.
Made he it. Read.
The pen of the scribes is in vain.
These words, they don't mean nothing to these brothers, but read.
The wise men are ashamed.
These brothers should be ashamed. Read.
They are dismayed and taken.
They are dismayed, still envying their oppressor. We have feast days, man. We're not trying to break our people. We costly fishing in here, man. You won't have no $200 for one night of fun.
That's right.
We've been out there almost 4 days because we raise our own lambs now. I can guarantee you, in 5 years, you won't have to go to the supermarket again.
That's right.
A lot of them brothers gonna be like, man, you putting pressure on them. No, it's the spirit, man. We out there planting fruit trees, man. And this is the thing we want to do. We want to come to your community and we want to show you how to set these things up, man. You're gonna find out a real brew and a real sister, man. Some of these sisters, they scared to wring a chicken neck. Let them go hungry a few days.
That's right.
Chicken be looking at her and she be looking at him. One of us got to go. Hear that chicken? That's all you hear. Wow! She don't snap this neck, plucking fellas out. Shit, I got to eat. We got to make them think, man. Read up.
Lo, they have rejected the word of the Lord.
They don't rejected this word. Read.
And what wisdom is in them?
The world. That's all in them, the world. Because they still teaching these worldly doctrines. Give me 1 Peter 4 and 17. We're supposed to come together, man up, man. The more of us coming together, the more of us going to be just like the ape, man. He broke one stick. He's weak. But when he tried to break many sticks. He couldn't. It becomes strong. The more we gather together, the harder it is. Can you break a tree in half with your hand? Man, we was out there dealing with a tree almost 7 months. I don't burn it, threw fuel on it. Finally, we just went to chopping at it. That tree was still out there on the land. We had to drag it to the back somewhere. Still back there causing hell. You can't get rid of a strong nation. Read up.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 4 and verse 17. For the time is come.
The time is come, man. Read.
That judgment must begin at the house of God.
See, they don't understand where it's going to begin at, but read.
And if it begin at us.
If it started at us, read.
What shall the end be of them?
The 2/3, read.
That obeyed not the gospel of God.
Read on.
And if the righteous scarcely be saved.
If the righteous, the few, read.
Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
See, a lot of people don't know it's what they're dealing with in this truth, man. Read on.
Wherefore, let them that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing.
In what?
In well-doing.
Read on.
As unto a faithful creator.
To a faithful creator, man. A faithful. Back to Ecclesiastes 8 and 6. A faithful, man. We know our creator is faithful, man. We can see how he's moving the spirits And we gonna go and finish having a good time tonight, man. Y'all gonna see lamb meat smoke everywhere tonight, man. Y'all gonna eat good tonight, boy. I can tell you that, boy. And the party might not stop until sunrise. Read on up.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 6. Because to every purpose there is time and judgment.
That's what, it's a season, man. Read.
Therefore, the misery of man is great upon him.
They don't see all the misery going on, man. Read.
For he knoweth not that which shall be. For who can tell him when it shall be?
Who can tell him, man? Because they don't, man, some of these people are so, when somebody come and tell me something, I listen to them. I examine it. Because I don't know if the Most High sending a message. Especially up here, you have to, this great communication. We working on that. This is something that most brothers don't understand, being transparent communication. It starts at your house, being transparent in your house. Very great communication builds healthy relationships and healthy nations. Read up.
There is no man that had power over the spirit.
See, they some of them think they do. You know, they want to put the hand all that garbage, man. That ain't what they're talking about. You see it on television. Read.
To retain the spirit.
They can't keep no spirit alive. Read.
Neither hath he power in the day of death.
He don't have no power in that hour. Read.
And there is no discharge
uncleanness. Read.
In that war.
In that war. Read.
Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it.
It's not going to deliver them, man. Israel better wake up. Back to Proverbs, man. 3 and 28. And I just showed you how many precepts can you go into one precept. To tell, and what is a precept? What is a parable? It's a short story. How you going to give somebody a short story when you just reading the scriptures? You can't. You got to be able to precept it and make it become life. Make it become understanding. Make it become nourishment into the bones. Read that up.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 28.
Read on.
Say not unto thy neighbor.
Say not unto thy nation. Read.
Go and come again.
Read on.
And tomorrow I will give, when thou hast it by thee.
When thou already have it. Why are we holding back things, man? Why are we charging money for this stuff too, man? We don't get paid a dime in here, man. We waiting on that penny. The Most High offered us to that kingdom.
That's right, right.
We ain't got time for that Christianity garbage, man. And if your elder out there asking for a salary, give me Mike, man. That's what I think about your elder and his salary, man. See right there. Now you got paid. Get you a job, man. Get you a job and pay some bills, man. This is crazy. Give me Luke 10 and 25. Get you a job, man. Quit leaning on the people, man. I don't understand it, man. I heard about this stuff going on. I'm like, man, this wickedness? Read that up.
The book of St. Luke, chapter 10 and verse 25. And behold, a certain lawyer stood up.
And this lawyer was a member of the Pharisees, man, of the scribes, man. He was a certain sect. He was a doctrine of the law. Read.
And tempted him.
And did what with Christ?
And tempted him.
Read.
Saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life?
He's saying, what should I do to inherit? Now, this man was a doctor of the law. And he's asking Christ. Then we have someone asking this too. See, you get a lot of these people that's been in this truth, man, and they still don't know what it takes to get these people there. See, read up.
He said unto him,
Christ, what?
Said unto him,
read.
What is written in the law?
Christ said, say, what's written in the law, man? Read.
How readest thou?
Is you reading your scriptures, man? Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Y'all going by traditions. That's the thing that's going on with Israel. And when you go into this, read this.
And he answering said,
this lawyer, this scribe, read.
Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So he understood what Deuteronomy 6 and 5 said. But read.
And with all thy strength.
And with all thy strength, read.
And with all thy mind.
Read on.
And thy neighbor as thyself.
So now he understood Leviticus 19:18. But read.
And he said unto him,
read on.
Thou hast answered right.
Christ said, you answered right. Read.
This do, and thou shalt live.
And this you will do, and you shall inherit the kingdom. So, why are we not practicing these things, man? For your neighbor. Read on.
But he, willing to justify himself.
Hold up. He willing to justify himself. Read.
Said unto Yahawashi.
Read on.
And who is my neighbor?
I say, nigga, are you reading? And you still asking me these same dumb questions, man. Are you leaders of the flock? Y'all don't understand. Y'all got a lot of them that don't know. Read.
And Yahawashi answering said, a certain man went down from Jerusalem.
A certain Israelite man went down from Jerusalem, read.
To Jericho.
To Jericho, read.
And fell among thieves.
What did he do?
Fell among thieves.
He dwelled amongst the ungodly. Read.
Which stripped him.
Hold up, with what?
Stripped him.
Y'all thinking he took a beating, didn't you? No, that's not what that's talking about, man. See. Read.
Of his raiment.
Of his spirit, his holy garment. Read.
And wounded him.
And what?
And wounded him.
Made his faith weak. Read.
And departed.
And what?
And departed.
And departed from the truth. Read.
Leaving him half dead.
Spiritually dead. Wow. How? Let's go to script, man. Give me 2 Corinthians 5:1. We're going to bounce right back. See, the thing is, you have to be able to see. If you can't see, excuse me. Move out the way. I'm just telling you. Read that up.
Book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5 and verse 1. For we know that if our earthly house,
our minds, our bodies, read.
Of this tabernacle,
dwelling in the place of God, read.
Were dissolved,
was ended, read.
We have a building of God.
Read on.
And house not made with hands.
House not made with hands, man. Read.
Eternal in the heavens.
Eternal in the heavens, read.
For in this we groan.
If in this we cry, read.
Earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house.
Hold on, what did they strip him of?
Clothed upon with our house.
So they stripped him, man, of the spirit he had. A lot of y'all get done like that. Don't know it. This stuff is deep, man. But it's not. It's just we've been taught a way that we can't think. We have to reprogram our thinking. You see people get bugged out there and kill his wife for nothing. She didn't put enough sugar in the cookies. Craziness. He didn't pay her Sprint $100 a month phone bill when she could have went to Metro PC and got $40. Read on up.
Which is from heaven.
Which is from heaven, read.
If so be that, being clothed,
read.
We shall not be found naked.
So they put him back in sin, man.
That's right.
He went back into sin. That's why they stripped him, man. When you dwell around the wrong crowd, that's what normally happens to you. Mm-hmm. Read.
For we that are in this tabernacle,
we are in this truth. Read.
Do groan.
We do burdens. We do groan, but read.
Being burdened,
troubled. Word. Read.
Not for that we would be unclothed.
So they stripped him, man. Stripped him of all the work that he had put in. Now he's somewhere naked, man, going through hell because he didn't want to get, or she didn't want to get the proper understanding. Read up.
But clothed upon.
What?
But clothed upon.
Clothed upon, read.
That mortality.
Death, read.
Might be swallowed up of life.
Of life, read.
Now he that hath wrought us for the same self thing is God.
It's the same self thing to wrought, man. Molded and shaped, read.
Who also hath given unto us the earnest of the Spirit.
But the earnest of the Spirit, man. That's what that is going into. You can't see it like this and think somebody took a whooping, man. Give me 1 Timothy 6:10. You know, the thing is, you got to be able to precept your Bible. Where we at 1 Corinthians 6:10, 1 Timothy 6:10. Yeah, we good.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 10.
I see some of these ways. Read.
For the love of money.
For what?
For the love of money.
Who is he around?
For the love of money.
These ungodly people, man. Everything that people do in this world, man. Tell me somebody leave the truth for, not for some love of money. Tell me one thing that they walk away from this truth. They want that job that they used to have. They want that status when they come in this truth. They want to be the same nigga that they came out their world in, man. They don't want you. They want you to look at them because they drive a better car than you. I'm going to tell you something. I look at you might be a better fool.
Right.
Because let me tell you something. Them bills add up, man. That stuff add up. For a lot of them do it for the love of money. Read.
Is the root of all evil.
Is the what?
Is the root of all evil.
Read on.
Which while some coveted after.
Desired. Read.
They have erred from the faith.
They have what?
They have erred from the faith.
Read.
And pierced themselves.
Wounded themselves, man. Read.
Through many sorrows.
Through many. They keep chasing this pipe dream and they never can find it, man. That's how you get wounded in the spirit. This is all biblical, man. This is what they don't want to hear. Give me 1 Timothy 6 and 5. Let's see about depart.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 5. Perverse disputing.
What?
Perverse disputing.
Read.
Of men of corrupt mind.
Of what?
Of corrupt mind.
Read.
And destitute of the truth.
Destitute of the truth. Read.
Supposing that gain is godliness.
Read on.
From such withdraw thyself.
That's why they depart, man. They can't stay around when you putting that word on them. It's like a spiritual whooping, man. This is what goes on in Israel. This is why I say this is a little deeper than what people's pay grade is. Back to Luke 10 and 31.
The book of St. Luke, chapter 10 and verse 31. And by chance there came down a certain priest that way. And when he saw him, he passed by.
Hold up. Why did they acknowledge a priest that passed by him? If he was been robbed and beaten to death, why was a priest passing by him? But keep reading.
He passed by on the other side.
So he avoided him, man. He avoided him. He didn't want to deal with him. But read.
And likewise a Levite.
And then it's going to tell you, and likewise the second person that was supposed to be a doctrine of the law, someone that had a relationship with God, read.
When he was at the place.
And when he was at the place, read.
Came and looked on him.
Came and saw about him, read.
And passed by.
And did what?
And passed by.
Read.
On the other side.
He avoided him too, man. You got a lot of people in the truth, man. We get a lot of those phone calls, man. A lot of people sick and they need some spiritual help. And a lot of these brothers, if you ain't lining their pockets up, they'll pass by you.
That's right.
They're not gonna try to help you, man. We try to help brothers and sisters. We try to tell y'all, don't be coming to Dallas, man. You ain't got no money, no place to stay. I mean, you're not finna put that kind of pressure on us. But we'll help you if you got a plan. And we're gonna tell you how to operate it. We here to get your mind built up. But read on. Hold up, right there, 32. Give me Numbers 18 and 2. Numbers 18 and 2 before I go on. Read on.
The book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 2. And thy brethren also of the tribe of Levi.
Read on.
The tribe of thy father. Bring thou with thee, that they may be joined unto thee.
So, you see why they passed by? But read.
And minister unto thee.
So they was supposed to been bringing this brother back in the spirit. Was they doing their job? No. You got a lot of these brothers and sisters out here, man. I keep telling you, we the doctors, they the nurses, we here to heal spirits, man. We can't heal them with you being a nigga in this truth. We all got to be in one. Let me tell you something. We all in captivity. Sometimes some people ain't have to go without a meal for 2 or 3 days. Some of them ain't ate mayonnaise sandwiches. Some of them ain't ate sugar sandwiches. Some of them ain't ate what they hate. Some of them ain't went without air conditioning for a whole month. Some of them ain't went without water. But I'm going to tell you something. That pride that's touching you, you better start preparing because you're going to go without it soon.
Right.
So if you're not trying to help us get these nations and help prepare for these people that's going to be coming in here, something ain't right about you. Read on up.
But thou and thy sons with thee shall minister before the tabernacle of witness.
They supposed to be ministering to these peoples. Numbers, Exodus 19:17. And this is why people don't follow the scriptures. Read that up.
The book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 17. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with God.
Read on.
And they stood at the nether part of the mount. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire.
In what?
In fire.
That's that word, man. That's how he descends on Israel. You thinking you're going to come deal with our people, man? And it's a cakewalk, but that's not what I wanted. Give me Isaiah 58:7. That's what I wanted. My bad, man. But a lot of people thinking the Lord going to come dealing with Israel with sugar cakes, man. A lot of people thinking, you got a lot of Israelites right now that still smoke weed. They thinking they're going to make it to the kingdom and rolling up a Swisher Sweet with the power.
Bring it out.
It's not going to happen. Read that out.
The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 7. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry?
This is separated. Read.
And that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house?
Hold up. Read it again for him.
Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry?
Listen, you got to give them this word, man. So these priests was not following the biblical order. Read.
And that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house?
Bring them to the house, to the nation. Read.
When thou seest the naked,
When thou seest him in sin. Read.
that thou cover him.
And thou what?
That thou cover
What
him.
did these two dudes did not do?
That thou cover him.
Read on.
And that thou hide not thyself from thine own
See,
flesh.
you got to understand, man. This is the thing that our people do. They'll hide themselves. We're not hiding nowhere. That's why I tell you, you can see me when you want to see me. Read on up.
Then shall thy light break forth as the morning.
See, when you're dealing with a soul, man, that light is going to break forth as the morning. Read.
And thine health
That healing, read,
shall spring forth speedily.
is going to spring forth speedily. Read.
And thy righteousness shall go before thee.
And thy righteousness shall go before thee. Read.
The glory of the Lord shall be thy reward.
That's going to be your reward again, but read.
Then shalt thou call, and the Lord shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, Here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger,
That blaming game, read.
and speaking vanity,
In lies, read.
and if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry,
If you draw your soul out to the hungry, read.
and satisfy the afflicted soul,
Read on.
then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday.
Man, y'all don't understand the power in the word. This is the power in the word. This is what these brothers did not do. Give me 1 John 3:16. It's biblical, man. Everything is biblical. If you follow the word, it's like a map. A lot of you follow your GPS and trust in it, don't you? Some of you don't want to follow the word, boy. Man, not that scripture. That ain't mine. Read that up.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 16. Hereby perceive we the love of God,
Read on.
because he laid down his life for us.
He did what?
Laid down his life for us.
Read.
And we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren.
See, they don't like doing this, man, in this walk, man. Read.
But whoso hath this world's good,
This whoso, see these two priests, they had these worlds good. Read.
and seeth his brother have need,
And seeth his brother has need. Read.
and shutteth up his bowels
That's that compassion. Read.
of compassion
Read on.
from him,
Read on.
how dwelleth the love of God in him.
So Christ showing them about these two priests, man. They didn't have the love of God in them, man. Read.
My little children,
My little children, read.
let us not let us not love in words,
See, a lot of people, they be, all right, man, you know I love you. I be like, shit. I'm just telling you. If you do what this book saying, I know you love me then, man.
That's right.
I ain't hearing that word. You know, you heard that out in the world. Yeah, I love you. You can't go with that stuff, man. It's by action. Read.
neither in tongue,
And a lot of them like to use that pimp game. Read.
but in deed
Hold up, in actions, read.
and in truth.
That's how you show me you love me, man. Back to Luke 10 and 33. Don't come to me with that game. See, a lot of y'all still going for that. Especially your sister, somebody at the job. Girl, you so cute. Oh, yeah. Walking through the office twitching there. Give me Mike for that sister. See, that's how I feel when she come walking past me. I'm going to hit her with that scripture. Get right, sister. He's just trying to get to you. Read on.
The book of St. Luke, chapter 10 and verse 33.
Read.
But a certain Samaritan.
Hold up. Hey, what?
Certain Samaritan.
See, this is somebody that they weren't even dealing with right then. This was from the northern kingdom. Give me that in Isaiah 7:9. So we'll come right back here. We'll show them. Isaiah 7:9. Isaiah 7 and 9. See, Bible say prove all things. Read that up.
The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 7 and verse 9. And the head of Ephraim is Samaria.
Hold up. Who was that?
The head of Ephraim is Samaria.
Let's go back, man, where we were back there, Luke 10 and 33. Read that again.
The book of St. Luke, chapter 10 and verse 33. But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed,
read.
came where he was.
Came where this brother was, read.
And when he saw him,
And when he saw what he was going through, read.
he had compassion on him.
He had mercy on his own brother, man. And they wasn't even dealing with the northern kingdom. He had mercy on him. This is what people don't understand, man. This is mercy when we see our brothers and sisters out there, man, they come. We're not going to turn our backs on them, man. We're going to give them information. We're going to try and help them. But we're not going to take care of them because a lot of times people get that spirit on them. They're entitled. Read out.
And went to him.
Hold up. And went to him. Okay. Continue reading.
And bound up his wounds.
And did what?
Bound up his wounds.
So y'all thinking he wrapping around his arms and stuff. Why didn't he tell you where his wounds was? It was up here. A lot of y'all been wounded in the brains, man.
That's right.
He was teaching him. He was delivering the message of God to him. And it's going to show you. Read.
Pouring in oil and wine.
And that doctrine, that true doctrine, read.
And set him on his own beast.
He stood him up straight again, man. Read.
And brought him to an end.
And brought him to an end. Hold up. Is that a holiday inn? A lot of y'all thinking that is, man. Read on.
And took care of him.
And did what?
And took care of him.
And took care of his brother, man. That's your neighbor. See, a lot of y'all thinking mommy, daddy, cousins. This is your neighbor, man. Someone in this truth that does this. So, now what we do? Give me Isaiah 61 and 1. Let's bound up the wounds right quick. That's how you bound up the wounds. Read that up.
The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 61 and verse 1.
Read on.
The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
Read on.
He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
He said he sent him to bind up the wounds, man. Read.
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
Read on.
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
They minds. Read.
To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
Read on.
And the day of vengeance of our God. To comfort all that mourn.
Into what?
To comfort all that mourn.
Read on.
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion.
Read on.
To give unto them beauty for ashes. The oil.
Hold up, the who?
The oil.
What was he pouring on his head?
The oil
Read.
of joy for mourning.
Read on.
The garment.
That's the who?
The garment.
Oh, did they take that man garment?
The
They
garment
gave him that spirit back, man. Read.
of praise.
Of what?
Of praise.
Of who?
Of praise.
Read.
For the spirit of heaviness.
Of the spirit of heaviness. Read.
That they might be called trees of righteousness.
They're going to be called the nation of righteousness. Read.
The planting of the Lord.
The planting, that seed of the Lord. Read.
That he might be glorified.
That he might be glorified, man. Give me Isaiah 40 and 29. Still with that own beast. Everything is in the book, man. Read that out.
The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 29.
Read on.
He giveth power to the faint.
Hold on, what did he do? Put him on his own beast?
He giveth power to the
He
faint.
giveth power to the weak man. Read.
And to them that have no might, he increaseth strength.
See that horse, that the beast represents strength, man. Read.
Even to the youth shall faint and be weary.
See, the youth gonna languish and be weak. Read.
And the young men shall utterly fall.
They're gonna utterly fall. Read.
But they that wait upon the Lord
Read.
shall renew their strength.
Hold up, he gonna put him up. He gonna stand him up on that beast and renew his strength. Read.
They shall mount up with wings as eagles.
They gonna mount up like lords, like governors, like eagles. Read.
They shall run
They gonna pass. Read.
and not be weary.
They're not gonna be tired. Read.
And they shall walk
They gonna move.
and not faint.
They're not gonna be weak, man. They're not gonna be weak. Back to Luke 10 and 25. It's a parable. It's a short story. How do you know it if you just read it? You won't know. You have to break it down. Here where we finna get a lot of them. Read that up.
The book of St. Luke, chapter 10 and verse 35. And on the morrow, when he departed, he took out 2 pence.
Hold on, he gave what?
2 pence.
See, everything else gonna tell you pennies and everything else. Read.
And gave them to the host.
And gave them to the host. What, the host at the Holiday Inn? Read.
And said unto him,
Read.
take care of him.
He say what?
Take care of him.
I guess he just telling him if he got, you need to rebandage up his wounds, rebandage that wound. He say take care of him. See, what did he do? He took care of him too, man. He had compassion on his brother. So he left him with another brother that's gonna have the same spirit that he had. Read.
And whatsoever thou spendest,
Whatsoever thou spendest, read.
more, when I come again, I will repay thee.
See, a lot of people thinking this is all about money, and it's not, man. It's not. Give me Exodus 31:18. Let me show you this. Exodus 31:18. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 31 and verse 18. And he gave unto Moses, when he made an end of communing with him upon Mount Sinai,
Read on.
2 tables of testimony.
Hold on, what did he give him?
2 tables of testimony.
Read on.
Tables of stone.
Tables of stone, read.
Written with the finger of God.
He told him to take care of him with this word, man. That's all he told him. Wasn't spending no money, man. Give me 1 Kings 22:19. Let's deal with that host. This is how you break your Bible down, man. You can't break this book down by reading it and let somebody telling you. You got to tell them, prove all things. 1 Kings, man, 22:19. Read that out.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 22 and verse 19. And he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord.
And Michael said, hear thou the word therefore of the Lord. Read.
I saw the Lord sitting on his throne.
He said, I seen a vision sitting on his throne. Read.
And all the hosts.
Oh, hold on. What?
All the hosts.
All the who?
All the hosts
Read.
of heaven standing by him.
He said he seen all the angels of heaven standing by him. Read.
On his right hand and on his left.
So you got to understand, you got to go find these little bitty words. Romans 16:23. Romans 16:23. Let me get there with you. Read that.
The book of Romans, chapter 16 and verse 23. Gaius, mine host.
Hold up, what?
Gaius, mine host.
So y'all thinking this is somebody working at the Holiday Inn. He said, Gaius, my host, man. Read.
And of the whole church.
Of what?
And of the whole church.
Read.
Saluted you.
Saluted you, man. This is a man of God when they call host. Understand what these terms are in your Bible. Give me Proverbs 4:2. Let's take care of. Read that out.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 2. For I give you good doctrine.
Hold up, how you gonna take care of?
I give you good doctrine.
Read on.
Forsake ye not my law.
We're doing the same thing in the spirit, man. A lot of people don't get it. Give me Proverbs 19:17. Let's deal with spend it. Read that up.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 19 and verse 17. He that had pity upon the poor,
He that had pity upon the poor, read.
lendeth unto the Lord.
Hold on, what did he do?
Lendeth unto the Lord.
Read on.
And that which he had given, will he pay him again?
Hold on, what are he gonna do?
Will he pay him again?
Boy, they don't know the Bible, man. I keep telling them, man. Back to Luke 10 and 36, man. If you don't break the Bible down, you won't know what's in here.
That's right.
You can't go by fables, man. Because when I look this up, man, I'm looking at let me tell you something. There's no baseline. All information is going to lead to you think that this guy was with a thief and he fell and they beat him and they robbed him. And, no, this is talking about a spiritual falling dealing with the ungodly. Because this scribe tempted Christ and Christ was rebuking him and showing him the true meaning of the word. Read that out.
The book of St. Luke, chapter 10 and verse 36.
Then read on.
Which now of these three,
Now out of these three men, read.
thinkest thou,
Think which one you think is thou, read.
was neighbor unto him,
Which one was really your true neighbor, read.
that fell among the thieves?
That dwell amongst the ungodly, read.
And he said,
And this lawyer, the scribe said, read.
he that shewed mercy,
Hold on, he that what?
he that shewed mercy
Read on.
him.
Read on.
Then said Yahawashi unto him, go and do thou likewise.
So he said, go and do the same work.
That's right.
Go and do the same work. This is what we're trying to teach our people. This is about the unity and the building of the people. We can't deal with the nigga stuff no more, man. We got to be Israelites forever and ever, ever. Give me Proverbs 3 and 29. Read that up.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 29. Devise not evil against thy neighbor.
See, when you got devising evil, this is the stuff that you do, man. Instead of going in, teaching, not putting up YouTube things, man. Not doing knucklehead stuff. Not teaching people that women can wear pants. A lot of, we got a problem with our sisters out here walking around naked. Why would you teach somebody that? The thing is, it's about teaching. This whole book is about teaching. Why do you think, like I tell y'all, on the 7th day, y'all will be in there 6 hours. They'll be in there trying to get the people back right. But we have classes. We'll be going to 7 classes a week. And we're here to teach, to build the spirit, to bring them to the knowledge. We're not here to devise evil against our peoples. We're here to build their spirits up. Read.
Seeing he dwelleth securely by thee.
He dwelleth securely by thee, man. Give me Jeremiah 18 and 18. We show the love, man. The love got to start. That's charity for your nation. We can't be, I'm not going to be this one, man, because people are contacting me through Facebook, that somehow they get my number, and I'm gonna answer their call because I'm there for them. I work for them. I'm not gonna sit on my high horse and not come down and help deal with them. They need us. This is why the Most High is setting the body up. You can't have a body if nobody loves nobody. Read this up.
The book of the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 18 and verse 18. Then said they,
these are the priests and the people's read.
come and let us devise devices against Jeremiah.
That's what you're going to see going to go on in Israel, man. The hatred is going to take another level. Read.
For the law shall not perish from the priest.
The law, read.
Nor counsel from the wise, nor the word from the prophet.
This is the worldly things, but read.
Come and let us smite him.
Let us kill him, read.
With the tongue.
With what?
With the tongue.
Give me Ezekiel 7:25, man. They want to kill him with the tongue, man. You got to understand, man. Our people's cold, man. They've been trained up to be marksmen for Esau. I'm telling y'all, a lot of y'all, it may look good out there in them street corners. A lot of young brothers, they get caught up. They see these young brothers ain't got no order, man. None. Just some niggas and some fringes. Read that up.
The book of the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 7 and verse 25.
Read on.
Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, And there shall be none.
Read on.
Mischief shall come upon mischief.
Read on.
And rumors.
What?
Rumors.
What they like to do?
Rumors
Read.
shall be upon rumors.
Read on.
Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet.
Read on.
But the law shall perish from the priest.
Read on.
And counsel from the ancients.
You're not dealing with them, man. You can't deal with them, man, if you're operating in that spirit, man. If you so-called been in the truth 30 years, you should be on a board saying, let's sit down. Now, it's about my school. If you ain't in my school, you're not in the truth. Pull me a precept. Prove it. Prove it. Back to Jeremiah, man. 18:19.
The book of the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 18 and verse 19. Give heed to me,
Jeremiah, read.
O Lord,
Read on.
and hearken to the voice of them
And hearken to the voice of them, read.
that contend with me.
That dispute with me, man. They always disputing against the scriptures. Y'all got to understand they are awake. Read.
Shall evil be recompensed for good?
So all the evil they doing, shall it be recompensed for good? Read.
For they have digged a pit for my soul.
They have digged a pit for Jeremiah's soul. Read.
Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them,
Speaking good for them. Read.
and to turn away thy wrath
And to turn away thy wrath. Read.
from them.
Read on.
Therefore, deliver up their children to the famine.
Hold up. What did he say?
Deliver up their children to the famine.
Some people say get mad when I say these things, man. Jeremiah said deliver their children up, man. Read.
And pour out their blood by the force of the sword.
Read on.
And let their wives be bereaved of their children.
Let them be deprived of them, man. Read.
And be widows. And let their men be put to death.
Y'all don't understand, man. You got to stand strong against these brothers, man. They're leading Israel down the wrong path. What? Why? Because they still following the spirit of their oppressor, man. Who killing us? The oppressor. Who did he train? Us. Why you see so much black on black crime? You seeing it in the truth. Rap videos about each other and stuff. This is madness. This ain't Bloods and Crips. Read up.
Let their young men be slain by the sword in battle.
Read on.
Let a cry be heard from their houses.
Let her cry, man. Let that cry be heard from their house, man. Read.
When thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them, for they have digged a pit to take me, and hid snares for my feet.
Man, let me tell you something. This is how peoples are. Read.
Yet, Lord, thou knowest all their counsel against me,
They right now they speaking. Read.
to slay me.
To slay the prophet, man. Read.
Forgive not their iniquity,
He said he wasn't being like Stephen, man. He said don't forget what they doing. Read.
neither blot out their sin from thy sight, but let them be overthrown before thee. Deal thus with them in the time of thine anger.
See, you got to understand. These are the people that woke up in the truth and still guiding Israel in Christianity. How you going to say, I come in the truth and I'm still teaching the magic tricks? The prophets never dealt with that magic stuff. They own, just like I brought out all these classes, the rock, the water. I'm going to be bringing you one out about the earring. I'm going to be bringing you out about, it was never said no golden calf, man. It wasn't no golden calf made. I'm going to be bringing this stuff. It takes time. Just like Jonah got swallowed by a whale. If you've seen the class, a whale acid would eat Jonah up the first day. Why are they still teaching these same doctrines? Because the Most High not dealing with them. I hate to tell you this. Back to Proverbs 3 and 30. You got to understand, he's not dealing with them, man. Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times, brothers they live in an undercover life. They doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Read that up.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 30. Strive not with a man without cause.
Don't strive with him without cause, man. Read.
If he have done thee no harm.
If he haven't put his hands on you or nothing like that, man, then you got to strive with him, man. Read.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Hold up. What do our people like to do?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
How many people like to envy their oppressor? See, what do your oppressor do? He like the tiny house with no land. He like to go get him a car note so he can jump 50 floors off a building when he can't pay his car note. See, they like to envy their oppressor, man. And that spirit is heavy in Israel, because guess what? He taught us competition. What do competition make you do? Makes you envy. He taught the women's, and I'm going to tell you something, you got these drag men running around. A lot of y'all envying drags. Y'all thinking y'all been emulating sisters on television. These are men. And a lot of them, they don't want to. I'm going to tell you something. I've heard some of these Israel niggas talking about Beyonce is not a man. Okay. I done showed you proof that it was never pregnant. You don't see Jay-Z. Why do nobody ever see these people? Are they in a bubble somewhere? I don't sit right across the table from Mary J. Blige and it looked like a man to me. I'm like, what the hell is this? I was in that scene at one time and it didn't click right with me for some reason. Some of them ain't never been out there, man. They don't know what goes on in Hollywood because some of them ain't been there. I've been there. I used to be a stage actor. A lot of these brothers ain't did nothing, man, but they quick to defend. They quick to defend. Most of the people you see in these movies are men. They're men. They don't raise them up from a child up to be a woman or a man. What is the ultimate task of Esau? To turn a man into a woman and a woman into a man. That is his ultimate goal. He's trying to turn everything upside down.
That's right.
To fit his world. Because he is the homosexual. Born that way. Give me Acts 7:9. I'm telling y'all, man. I know it's hurt. Because a lot of times people thinking, well, he just thought of that. No, man. I go and I examine things for months. Before I even bring them to these brothers. Because when I bring that to them, I said, say, man, we was at a feast. I said, say, man, I don't know if I should bring this to y'all. Because when I found this out, I wanted to find that wall and beat my head in, man. I'm like, I've been tricked. They tricked me. How did they get away with it? And you go watch the same old videos, you're going to see, man, Carly B had 2 sexes. We didn't do a man. Anybody know anybody, a child that don't have 2 sexes? See, nobody knows these things, but people believe in it. Y'all thinking that football player married to a woman that had a child? That's a man. It's hard for people to get it. You thinking this wasn't going on in Egypt? Same old thing, man. I brought a class out showing you that all of their gods was homosexuals. But you know what? The Kemet people, they won't even call it. They know when they get destroyed. Read that out.
The book of Acts, chapter 7 and verse 9. And the patriarchs, moved with envy, sold Joseph into Egypt.
You think all people ain't got envy, man? Joseph was a spiritual brother, man. He was able to read his dreams. Who you think these patriarchs were? They was your peoples.
That's right.
They was moved, man. And sold our brother into Egypt. Read.
But God was with him.
What was God what?
But God was with him.
No much how much hate they put out, man. God gonna be with the ones that walk with him.
Right.
Give me 1 Samuel 8:7. God gonna be with him that walk with him. He's not gonna be with these niggas that day, man, they're having a problem this week. You know, next week they got a problem. You know, the thing is, man, I tell bro, you come in there, this is a lifestyle. You either gonna get it or you're not. Read that up.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18 and verse 7. And the women answered one another as they played.
Read on.
And said, Saul had slain his 1,000.
Hold up, they're gonna say, Jephthah has slain 1,000. Read.
And David
and Bill what?
his 10,000.
Oh, what did the Bill slain?
His 10,000.
I'm gonna catch him next time, man. That's how I'm gonna be. He ain't gonna be out working me out there on the field. But let's see how Saul felt. Read.
And Saul was very wroth.
He was mad. He was angry, man. Read.
And the saying displeased him. And he said, They have ascribed unto David 10,000. And to me they have ascribed but thousands. And what can he have more but the kingdom?
Hey man, people worrying about the wrong thing.
Right.
That's simple. Simple thing, because the people, David was anointed from a birth. So he was the king. Y'all don't get it? Some of these brothers been in the truth for a minute. And when they see somebody new come in, they have that same spirit.
That's right.
Envy. That's what the oppressor taught them. The same spirit. Give me Proverbs 27:4. They have the same spirit. And this is what you're seeing in Israel. You ain't seeing the spirit of charity, the spirit of love. Read that up.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 27 and verse 4. Wrath is cruel.
It say wrath, man, is cruel. Read.
And anger is outrageous.
See, a lot of people's read.
But who is able to stand before envy?
Read on.
Open rebuke.
Hold up, what do we do?
Open rebuke
Read on.
is better than secret love.
It's better than secret love. Read.
Faithful are the wounds of a friend,
Faithful are the wounds of a friend. Read.
but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful.
Hey man, what they tell you? I love you, man. That's their favorite word, man. I love you. I'll see you later. No, damn, man, ain't gonna call you. I'ma holler at you later. You know, hey, y'all, bro, don't even lie to me. You know, I'd rather for you to be that one that open rebuke, man. If you got something. If you got something. 1 Peter 2:1. The thing is, man, this is all about love. Loving your people and loving your nation first. You got some of these schools, they still love the enemy. Read this.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice,
All that revenge, man, all that hatred, man, read.
and all guile,
All that cunning lying, read.
and hypocrisy,
Deceit, read.
and envies.
And what?
And envies.
You think this ain't, why is this such this word all over the, we got, these are the spirits of these other nations. Read.
And all evil speaking.
All evil speaking. Some people just can't help themselves, man. Man, I don't know, it was something in my spirit. Read.
As newborn babes.
See, a lot of them think they've been in the truth for 30 years. They still babes too, man. Read.
Desire the sincere milk
The basic, read.
of the word.
Of the word, read.
That ye may grow thereby.
Some of them ain't growing, man. You see them still teaching the same dead doctrine. Some of them still teaching. They not growing. 1 Corinthians 13:4. They're not growing, man. They're not growing, and you can see it in their spirit. You know, I text a brother and say, man, you know, hey, man, stay right here in Dallas. If you need me, man, just holler at me. If you're going, she think I got a text back. And when this brother was a deacon over me, it was all good. But as the Most High shut him down and raised me up, he don't like that. He's that guy with that banana now. But I'm still his brother. I still love him like a brother. I don't hate on nobody in this walk. I never had that spirit in the world. You know why? Because I had to learn to play the game. I wasn't raised in the hood. I was raised in the suburban area where they were soft brothers. But I never was one of them. Because when I started coming to the hood, it was all good. First thing you learn, you got a little pinto, man, and the guy pulled beside you, beating down the house. I'm like, these guys are some haters around here. They want to show no respect if you ride with them. So I had to become the player hater for the haters. 360 days a year, I was on it. You'll never catch me dressing down. I was either $600 a day. That's how I dressed. I told you I was a top lieutenant out there one time doing this work. But Most High, and I just always like, what keeps me from, never been to that penitentiary? What kept me from there? What kept me from being killed? It was Most High and the Sons. No matter what I was out there doing, I wasn't a bad person. I helped everybody. But I was around wicked ass people, man, all day, every day, man. And you're thinking they're not coming in here? I came to Dallas and did the same thing. Set up a record label trying to help them. Spent almost $50,000, $60,000 of my money that I was hustling for. And what happens? Soon as the labor went away, what happened? Anybody know? The friends went away. That's what happened.
That's right.
And I was just saying, how can I help them, Lord? I was calling to the unknown because I couldn't go deal with that Christianity stuff. And I would always pray and be thankful for the toys that I had. And I was always saying, how can I help them? I can't help them with, I learned you can't help them with money.
Nope.
You can't. You can't help them with a business that you're going to have to, what we doing now is the only way.
That's right.
I was searching. I was watching, I seen Hidden Colors on some channel. So I'm looking for Hidden Colors. Punch them in. I seen the Hebrews. So I went incognito for like 3 months. I ain't really talking to nobody. I had to, because everything I do, I examine. Because I had to see, before I brought this to anybody, was this the truth? Y'all know how it is, Islam. Y'all know Seventh-day Adventist. Y'all know atheists. Y'all know non-denominated. Y'all know everything else, but nothing never worked. I say something has got to be out of here because I had traveled through the world. I'm like, why is our people's all in ghettos, man? What is wrong with our people? But as you come in this truth, you start seeing that they proud. That they don't have no understanding. And you got them in this truth, them same ones in this truth. Proud as hell, man. Won't do nothing for their brother. Are you Cain? Or you got the spirit of Cain? Because he said, am I my brother's keeper? I'm my brother's keeper, man. These brothers know. These brothers are brothers keepers up in here. I see things that these brothers do. I have to get on them about it sometimes. We here to help. Sister need moving. We there. She got a crew. This is what we do, man. And they'll testify for the stuff that we do.
That's right.
If they call us, they might 10 of us show up.
That's right.
Why can't we be like this as a nation, as a people? As we growing down there in North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, Augusta, Little Rock, Pine Bluff, people are calling us, man. They want us to come and show them and move forward. We don't lord over nobody, man. As long as you keeping God's commandments, man, we happy. Y'all gonna see me tonight. I'm gonna be in my party. Let y'all get y'all party on, cause a lot of y'all ain't been to a feast day. My thing is, I want to see you happy.
That's right. Big call.
I don't come there and even putting in a lot of work behind scenes. I don't come there to be having fun. I come there to monitor your fun. Cause a lot of times, like last year, my wife gave me the wrong drink. I was gone at 9. They were like, "Where the bishop at?" He sleep. I can hear the partying, but I had been tired from all the prepping, so I couldn't even get up and go party. When I got up, everybody was gone. Except a few stragglers, they still was trying to get it in. Where we at,
13-4.
Read that, man.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13 and verse 4.
Read on.
Charity.
Hold on, what?
Charity.
They hate this word. Read.
Suffereth long.
Read on.
And is kind. Charity envieth
It
not.
don't envy, man. Read.
Charity vaunteth not itself. It is not puffed up.
Read on.
Doth not behave itself unseemly. Seeking not her own. Is not easily provoked. Thinketh no evil.
Thinketh no evil. Read.
Rejoiceth not in iniquity.
You rejoices not in sin. Read.
But rejoiceth in truth.
Rejoices in truth. Read.
Beareth all things.
It beareth all things. Read.
Believeth all things.
It believes all things. Read.
Hopeth all things.
Read on.
Endureth all things.
Read,
Charity never faileth.
Charity never, man. Brotherly love and sisterly love never faileth, man. Read.
But whether there be prophecies,
Their prophecies, read.
they shall fail.
They're going to fail, read.
Whether there be tongues,
Read on.
they shall cease.
They're going to cease, read.
Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away.
It's going to vanish all that worldly stuff. It's going to vanish away, man. You got to understand, having a right spirit, man, is very, very, very important. Give me Romans 13 and 8. I'm just skipping through some now. Romans 13 and 8. Very important that we learn to have that, man. One of my brothers called, I don't care what school he was in, we gonna talk. If he wanna meet me, we gonna eat. If he wanna see me, I'ma come. That's how you should be. I ain't dealing with that nigga, man. You know, he said something about me on a video once before. I don't care what they say about me, man. I love it when they do that because they really helping us push this truth.
That's right.
Read on that.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 8. Owe no man anything.
Don't owe them anything, man. Read.
But to love one another.
Hold up to what?
But to love one another.
Man, they don't understand this, man. Read.
For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law.
What have he did?
Hath fulfilled the law.
Read on.
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor.
Well, hold on. What was Christ dealing with this brother about?
Thou shalt love thy neighbor.
Read on.
As thyself.
That's what?
As thyself.
Boy, they don't get this, man. They don't get this stuff, man. Because these guys too busy teaching about ships and stuff and nuclear bombs and stuff. I'm like, man, I'm not saying that anymore. Love thy neighbor as thyself, man. Read on up.
Love worketh no ill to his neighbor.
Love working no ill, man. I'm going to tell you something. No matter what was said or done, you can sit down and work it out, man. If you truly got love in your heart and your mind, read.
Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law.
They don't know what's the fulfilling of the law, man. Give me Ezekiel 35 and 11. Let's get Esau right quick, man. Let me show you. A lot of brothers got the spirit on them. And they don't understand why. Because he embedded them, he taught them. A lot of times we teach people shut their TV off, shut them cartoons off, everything, shut it off, put them, do things, natural things with them, man. That's the most important thing that we learn from that land, being with nature. Once you've been cut off, you almost dead. A lot of people can't go work in the garden. Too many sisters who got nails on in here. See, how you gonna get out there and plant a nice tomato plant for your husband? How you gonna wring that chicken neck? Oh, I can't get these damn, I can't get dirty knees. Not me. And see, when y'all don't understand, we heard how many, think about it. If we come there and we show y'all how to get this stuff, and you got land there, who gonna work it? Just the husband? He's gonna be too busy playing PlayStation. There's no cable out here, so he can't watch NBA, National Butt Association, or the NFL, the National Fag League. I call them what they are. So sisters, y'all got to really understand. Come back. This is the thing that made us great. We was the beauty, the joy of the whole earth. But now, y'all thinking Isaiah 3 and 12 talking about how good you look, don't you? No, it's talking about you walking around looking like straight man. A lot of people don't understand the scriptures. And they thinking they talking about an earring in there. No, you sisters, y'all was out there. Y'all don't understand. This life y'all living, y'all didn't live it. Y'all Hebrew sisters, come back. Read that up.
The book of the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 11. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I would even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged them.
When he say, I have judged them, man. I have judged them. Read.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel.
The true peoples, read.
Saying, they are laid desolate.
What's wrong with us?
They are laid desolate.
Why are we still following these peoples and this is how they feel? A lot of people don't know this is how they feel. Read.
They are given us to consume.
They are giving us consume. Jump up to verse 5 for. Let me see. Because some of them, you got GOCC, man. They got them deacons and captains in there. That's madness, man. Read that up.
Verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Y'all know what perpetual means? Never ending. this devil gonna have a lifetime hatred for you. Why you think the police pull the guns on you and shoot you? You think that brother break out running, Big Fat Joe ain't gonna catch him back there. Big Joe gonna pull his gun out because he got a hatred for him. I told y'all, man, about these police officers. Pull your phones out when you're dealing with them. Because they probably somewhere back there snorting acid or something and all strung up when they pull you over. They gonna talk to you rough. Get out of the car! You'll be like, what did I do, sir? Put the camera on him, man. That's your only witness. You getting out. What the hell is your problem? No. But tell you something. Life or death. You taping it, you got a lawsuit. Because there's no law to tell you get out of the car unless you ride around with expired tags. Somebody been driving your car with warrants on your tags. I know that happens here in Texas. So understand who you're dealing with. And why you think they run, they jump on them and they chase them like they do. Y'all ever seen wolf chase a antelope? They don't stop until he drop dead.
That's right.
Y'all better understand, man. This man have a hatred. Read up.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
See, he over-inflicted it, man. But see, our people still want to envy the people that I can go get all these posters and show you, and you'll still love Becky more than you love Brenda or Shaniqua. Because you've been indoctrinated to think that way. All your heroes are what? Red. All your evangelists are mostly red or they homosexual. I tell y'all TD Jakes are homosexual.
That's right.
He had somebody that used to work with him. I'm going to tell you the truth. Everything is a game, and guess what? It's being ran on Israel. To keep y'all indoctrinated. Give me Isaiah 1 and 3. I'm telling y'all, man, we at war, and we got to come together. Because guess what? The beasts have said, let's keep them divided.
That's right.
We'll give a few of them a good job, man. Read that out.
The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
See, our people, that's why they continue envying the oppressor. Because they really don't truly know their owner, man. Read.
And the ass his master's crib.
Now he's comparing them. I see them pulling on the streets, but read.
But Israel doth not know.
They don't know the scriptures, man. They don't know the prophets. They don't know the history. They have some forms of it, just like you got in Christianity. Read.
My people doth not consider.
They don't even consider. They don't want to examine this, man. That's why it's so important that we go right out there, man. And I'm going to just tell you, I see ISUPK, if you ain't in the genre, I mean, never holler Christ's name out. Never holler Yahawashi name out. It's all about a fake general.
Hey, Bishop, what about he's the only one authorized to send brothers to the street corners to teach the word?
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I never see this man with a SAM class. I don't see some of the things in these brothers that, you know, we woke up and we seen. I have a problem with it. When you got brothers out there with no fringes on, buying food on the Sabbath. When is their Sabbath day? Cooking on the 7th day. Guess who they teach? Us. Psalms 83 and 4. They're teaching us to be niggas. They woke up, I'm telling you, man. It's not about that. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 4.
Read on.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Every country is involved with this. China, Japan, down there in Mexico, South America, Russia. All of these nations that are in power are in cahoots. Never reveal the truth, or they will blow them off the map. Read on.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That, and see, you thinking this is a part of that Isaiah 1 and 3. So who you got taught by? Everything you know. Just like we all, everybody in here got a couch in the living room. Everybody got a table in the dining room. Everybody got a queen or king size bed in the bedroom. We all live the same, man. We following our enemy. You come to my house, it's a workroom in the dining room. It's a workroom right there in the living room. And it's just a sleeping quarters. No dressers, nothing. I'm moving. I'm preparing. You got to start preparing. Some of y'all still want to go and buy it up in the store. Yes. I still get on my wife. She know it. Come on. Let it. Because every women be want to pick up everything. And I guess it'd be just, I seen some shiny shoes one day. I was walking in front of her. I said, I bet you any money. So I turned around. Them shoes caught her eye when she was over there. Bling, bling. Come on here, leave that trash alone. But I'm showing you how Esau manipulates the sisters. And you seeing these sisters as police chiefs, as mayors. You seeing these sisters, because guess what? Who, with the other nations from the beginning. Eve. Because what did Eve want to be? A God, like a husband. Yeah. She wanted to be equal to her husband. Y'all better understand this. Esau know y'all. He know us. What do you think? Go. And where they get this gold talking about Solomon had gold teeth in his mouth. I'm going to break that down and show you that's not talking about that, man. Niggas just want to walk around here looking like snake breath. Guess what Esau making? Plenty gold, faded teeth they can slip in their mouth, ride all their teeth out. I'm telling y'all, it's not what y'all been, it's and I be talking to Agnem, I be like, man, it's amazing that our people don't know. They don't even consider. Give me Proverbs 3:31 again. Moses set that video up for me. Let me tell you something too, man. A lot of these guys be out there rebuking them sisters about that blonde hair. How you gonna be out there casting the mote out of your own people out when you got a beam in yours?
That's right.
They walking around here with a shield that they saying is a pomegranate. It's just madness. Read that right quick.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
It say, and why? And why? Because they gonna envy. Because they have, it's like they got a ceiling. They can't get away from the devil. Read.
And choose none of his ways.
Now give me this video. Let's deal with this symbol, man. The Jewish star. Play it. Pause it right there. Let's say Morgan Davis or Megan Davis. What did it say, Shipshot?
Megan David.
Don't that sound like that wine that you drink? It's another drink that they love in the hood. Take the AGEN off and the AV off. What is it called then? Mad Dog. They make the same stuff. That's who distribute that stuff. Go ahead, Mo. See, it's really mean. So above, so below. Now you're gonna see this on all kind of garbage, all kind of pagan things that they worship. Go ahead and play it. Did you know it was even in Washington? Look at it. Have nothing to do. what the fish represents, don't you? That's what's on the Pope head. The dragon. That's what it represents. Go ahead and play. I was talking to you about this book earlier. This is all its symbols, man. This is what they're following. They're following. And I heard one guy say that they had pomegranate on the bottom of their tassels. But I just don't know about these guys, man. I am shocked that you have some of them probably walking around with the yarmulke on. It's getting sad that a lot of them, you see like the basketball players, I don't know what his name is, but you'll find out, man, all people follow, they are followers. That's why the Most High say they're not by his spirit. They don't follow his spirit. They always following someone else's spirit. This wall is the wall of Herod. This is not our wall, man. That wasn't a lot of the information. Here go this star right here. Hey, read this right quick, page 126.
The book Symbols of Judaism, page 126. The Magen David or Star of David is the most widely known symbol of Judaism. Literally, Magen David means shield of David. It was not until the 14th century that this geometric motif was definitely associated with the expression Magen David in a Kabbalistic work.
Wait, what?
Kabbalistic work.
That's what they worship, man. Kabbalah. Go ahead.
Generally, its purpose was to provide protection from demons.
From what?
From demons.
See, no such thing as a demon. Read on.
And evil spirits.
See, read on.
And it has only very recently became the symbol of the Jewish people. In 1897, the first Zionist Congress chose the Magen David.
So they chose it for them. Now, give me the book 13 Tribe, page 137. Read that.
The book Arthur Koestler, the 13th Tribe.
Now, he said for them to be a tribe, it had to be a 13th tribe. And he found out that his people was not the real people. Let me ask you this. What tradition would they keep if they don't keep the fringes? They don't really keep the Sabbath day. The people's over there, the sister, the Edomites over there wearing pants. Tel Aviv is the #1 gay city on the planet right now. What law over there keep? What tradition of our keeping? They say to be an Israelite, you have to be born of the woman. The man have nothing to do with it. The woman has to carry the seed, I guess, carry the bloodline. Everything opposite. You thinking they're going to keep this? Read that right quick.
Page 137. But the cult did not stop there.
Hold up, the who?
The cult did not stop there. According to one theory, the six-pointed shield of David, which adorns the modern Israeli flag, started to become a national symbol with David Al-Roy's crusade. Ever since Ryder's Baron, it has been suggested the six-cornered shield of David, therefore mainly a decorative motive or a magical emblem.
Oh, what was it?
A magical emblem.
I got this book at home. Cause The History of Magic. It's what y'all been playing tricks on. The book is $2,000. They don't want you to have it. But I had to go and have it PDF. Go ahead.
Began its career toward becoming the chief national religious symbol.
What is it?
The chief national religious symbol of Judaism.
Judaism, just religious, man. Read on.
Long used interchangeably with the pentagram or the seal of David, of Solomon. It was attributed to David in mystic and ethical German writings from the 13th century on, and appeared on the Jewish flag in Prague in 1527. Baron appends a qualifying note to this passage, pointing out that the connection between Alroy and the six-pointed star still awaits further elucidation and proof. However that may be, we can certainly agree with Baron's dictum, which concludes his chapter on Khazaria.
The Khazarians. So, give me that letter up there, plumberground. So this is what they say the word in the Bible means, man. This is what they say the word means, man. Let's see. Read that out.
Pomegranate,
Pomegranate.
the biblical fruit of knowledge.
And they say it's the biblical fruit of knowledge. Read.
Many people are familiar with the story of Adam and Eve's fall
This is where the Jewish people get it from. Read.
from paradise in the book of Genesis in the Old Testament. But some scholars now believe the unnamed forbidden fruit may not have been an apple, but instead was more likely to be the red pomegranate. Jewish tradition teaches that the pomegranate is a symbol for righteousness, but it is said to have 613 seeds that corresponds with the 613 mitzvahs or commandments of the Torah. In some artistic depictions, the pomegranate is found in the hand of Mary, mother of Yahawashi.
What scripture? But go ahead.
Pomegranate is also one of the three blessed fruits in Buddhism.
And where?
In Buddhism.
Y'all got to understand, all these religions, they follow the same practice. Read.
Along with peach and citrus fruits. Why is it so worshipped and holy in Buddhism?
See, that's why. Give me Amos 5:26. You can't find one scripture in the Bible that tells me that that's what that's talking about. And I got all of them. I look, I'm not finna go through them. I knew I wanted. I'd do it. I'd do a class on it if somebody say something. Read that up.
The book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 26. But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch.
See, give me that picture of Molech, Moses. Let's get the picture up there. There it is right there. What's in the middle of the chest? Read on up.
And Tiun, your images.
Your images, read.
The star of your God.
The what?
The star of your God.
Read on.
Which ye made to yourself.
Which ye made to yourself. Read.
Therefore, will I cause you to go into captivity.
That's what caused us to go into captivity. Garbage like that. Read.
Beyond Damascus.
Read on.
Saith the Lord, whose name is the God of hosts.
Give me that in Acts 7:43. So, hey, when you say you can't find a precept for it, that's a lie. Read that out.
Book of Acts, chapter 7 and verse 43. Yea, ye took up the tabernacle of Moloch.
See, they still doing the same thing. This is what Paul was dealing with. Read.
And the star of your God, Rephaim.
And they just, the name changes the same thing. Read.
Figures which he made to worship them.
You made the, and they say, well, we're not worshiping, but you represent them. Read.
And I will carry you away beyond
Now
Babylon.
give me Revelations 13 and 18. Let me show you what the 6-pointed star was, who they are. And I brought this out in a class, man. Going through this stuff right here. That verse 16, you can't buy us the mark. It's not talking about the mark of the beast, man. These cats, these buzzers, Esau taught them these things, but you know, it's hard for them to let go. Read that right quick.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 18. Here is wisdom.
Here is wisdom, man. Read.
Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast.
Read on.
For it is the number of a man.
And this is talking about, this is no one at the time, John did not understand. He didn't have that Esau was going to have that star. But read.
And his number is 666.
666. 6-pointed star. Anybody represent that emblem is someone that's in power at the time. Just like the eagle, it represents when you in power. Because we will be like the eagle. We're going to be the top predator on the planet again, man. A lot of people don't understand that. Let's deal with the zigzags. Deuteronomy 22 and 12. Because a lot of these guys, they walking around looking like Jewish people. Looking like stank. With these things on they. And let's see if it say corners. Because a lot of people ain't never read this, man. Read that out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 12. Thou shalt make thee fringes.
It say fringes, read.
Upon the 4 quarters.
Upon what?
The 4 quarters.
Did it say 4 corners?
The 4 quarters.
A lot of people, they gonna tell you, it say 4 corners, man. And where's the precept that backs it up? Read.
Of thy vesture.
Of thy vesture, read.
Wherewith thou coverest thyself.
It's going into clothing when it say vesture. You got something?
And that lets you know that our people are still listening to the Jewish people.
Yep.
Because you see them when they have the zigzags on. They have the zigzags at the 4 corners of their garments. And that's the way they talk. But it says the 4 quarters of our vestures, our fringes are supposed to be 4 quarters.
Right.
You got 4 tank of gas. What's 1 quart of gas? That means it covers this one whole part. It's just very simple, but you can tell our people still caught up in the word. Because they what? They got the little zigzags with the pomegranate tied down at the knot. Doing the same silly foolishness.
And where is the border of blue on it? That should kill it then.
That's right.
But our peoples like to follow the tradition. They like to envy their oppressor. Give me Revelations 20 and 8. Read on.
The book of Revelation, chapter 20 and verse 8. And shall go out to deceive the nations.
They're going to go out and deceive the nations. But let's see, where?
Which are in the 4 quarters of the earth.
Where? That's all right. Give me number 1538, man. These guys, man, they need to stop it, man. They want to look just like them Jewish peoples, man. Next thing you know, they be having the black hat on with the black coat on.
Bowing at the wall.
Yeah. A yarmulke on. And this is a book right here with the zigzags, man. This here, in this book, it tells you how to string them up, how to do the strings, and everything. But this is not a part of our customs, man. It tells you 2 knots, 7 wraps, 2 knots. Where is this in the Bible? Nowhere. Nowhere. This is Talmud stuff, man. Read that out.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Let's see how you do it. Read.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Read on.
Throughout their generation.
Why you don't see some of these camps that don't have fringes? I heard the one dude from GOCC say, man, I don't worry because if I go to the bank to get a loan, nigga, you probably ain't got a job. Why you worried about that, man? You don't put them on. I'm flashing everywhere.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm fringed up every day, 360 a year. Read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
How can you have a borders with zigzags, man? Where is the precept? Read.
And it shall be up unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own
A
heart
lot of them still doing this, read.
and your own eyes,
Read on.
after which ye used to go a whoring,
They still going a horn in this truth. Read.
Right.
that ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your God.
And holy unto your God. Give me Sirach 19:29. This here just trying to get the nations. They don't want to come sit down and prove it. They gonna then let me tell you something. People get mad when they can't prove a lie. Read that out.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 29. A man may be known by his look.
Oh, what did it say?
A man may be known by his look.
A man may be known by his looks. Don't he look like a Jewish person? Don't she look like a Jewish person? Say, man. Read on.
And one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him.
See, read on.
A man's attire, and excessive laughter, and gait.
And walk, read.
Shew what he is.
Show what he is. Show he not in the truth, man. Because we are not to be following those customs. Give me Deuteronomy 12 and 30. Let's see what the Bible say. And a lot of like I tell y'all, and you know the sisters with these extension boom boom eyelashes, they're gonna have an accident somewhere, man. I believe it's gonna be in a 3-car accident somewhere. The hell is going on, man? I love my sisters, but they gotta come out of that madness, man. Read that out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12 and verse 30. Take heed to thyself,
And see, a lot of them, they don't love themselves. Read.
that thou be not snared by following them.
They're going to follow every tradition that they see out here. Read.
After that they be destroyed
After that, they're going to be mentally mind destroyed. Read.
from before thee.
And read on.
And that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, how did these nations serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise.
They want to do the same thing. A lot of people still got a lot of these gods in their houses. A lot of this stuff, that television is a god to somebody. I'm not missing my Atlanta house nigga shows. They love that house nigga show, man. They out there strapping and fighting all over the place, man. Women don't act like that, y'all. Women do not act like you see them on TV. Esau get you that. Read up.
Thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy God.
Read on.
For every abomination to the Lord which he hated.
Hold on. Didn't he say he made us in his image? If he made us in his image, why are these peoples getting all this plastic surgery, man?
That's right.
Going to get butt lift, man, cheek lift. They hate themselves. Some of them bleaching their skin, man. You seen a brother, he was black last week, next week he white. God, man, what the hell going on, brother? You see madness out here, man. Read.
Have they done unto their God?
Have they done unto their God? Read.
For even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire of their God.
They don't destroy them, man, with their doctrine, their knowledge.
That's right.
They still teaching them, man. Give me Exodus 20 and 4. Simple precepts. That's why I tell you all the time. This is simple, man. What's hard is hard-headed peoples. Read this out.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 4.
Read.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Pull that image up, man. Image of Christ. Not that one, the one I had in there. That's the see, that is. What is that?
Any graven image.
Read it from the beginning.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
You got brothers with this on shirt, so now the children's looking for this devil here. Read.
Or any likeness.
Hold up, what?
Or any likeness.
What is this?
Or any likeness
Read on.
of anything that is in the heaven above.
In the heavens above, read.
Or that is in the earth beneath.
Read on.
Or that is in the water under the earth.
That's why you see us. We don't have this out there, man. You have to conform to the truth. Give me Habakkuk 2 and 18. Let me show you. They're going to have it on necklace next, man. They got to come out. How you get them out of the spirit, you got to teach them. But they ain't going to want to hear this, man. They're going to say it's hatred. Read that out.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 18. What profited the graven image?
That is graven image, man. Read.
That the maker thereof had graven it.
See, they made it themselves. Read.
The molten image and a teacher of lies.
That's what that image do, teach you lies, because it's still teaching you that the black Messiah walked on water, that the black Messiah turned water into wine. Y'all think we short with wine out there on the land? You thinking that they didn't make it themselves back then? You thinking they gonna come to a wedding to be short? Y'all got, and why did it never announce the bridegroom and the bride lady name? Go read the text, man. Slow yourself down from reading. Give me Deuteronomy 7:25. Let me show you what we did with that garbage, man. We're going to do what the scriptures say do. You can do what you want to do, but I'm going to follow what the word say do. Read that up.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 25. The graven images.
The what?
The graven images.
These are what they love, man. Read.
Of their God.
Of what?
Of their God.
That is not our God, man. They need to shut that down, but they won't read.
Shall ye burn with fire.
We burnt that garbage with fire, man. Read.
Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. For it is an abomination to the Lord thy God.
He said, do not make any of this stuff, man. But see, our people, they hate it when we bring this stuff out. But it's in the scriptures. Read.
Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house.
Oh, we don't worship it. We just wear it. You shouldn't bring it around your nation. You shouldn't have nothing foreign that our people get caught up into. Bring it in their house. Read.
Lest thou be a cursed thing like it.
And you going to be just like that cursed thing. Read.
But thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing.
Give me Matthew 7:21. We're going to end it on this one. Because a lot of y'all thinking y'all going to get to the gates, man. I'm going to tell you something. You're at the gates now.
That's right.
Better get your spirit right.
That's right.
Read this
Book of St. Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me,
everybody praying, read.
Lord, Lord,
Lord, Lord, read.
shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
They're not going to make it, man. Read.
But he that doeth the will of my Father.
Who that do what?
The will of my Father.
Is that heaven graven image of will?
The will of my Father.
What about Zeke's?
The will of my Father.
And the thing is, what about a shield?
The will of my Father.
See, then the thing is, man, you should know that this is not the will of the Father, man. Give me Genesis 15:1. We're going to come right back there, man. Let me show you something. See, we're going to go with what the scriptures say, man. We're not dealing with that garbage anymore. Read that out.
The book of Genesis, chapter 15 and verse 1.
Read on.
After these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abram.
Read on.
In a vision.
In a what?
In a vision.
In a vision. Read.
Saying, fear not.
He say what?
Fear not.
He say who?
Fear not.
Read.
Abram.
He say Abrams. Read.
I am thy shield.
He say what?
I am thy shield.
He say who?
I am thy shield.
So what David got on? He say I am thy shield. Read on.
And thy exceeding great reward.
And then I am thy shield and thy exceedingly great reward, man. See, that's the problem. Give me Psalms 84:11. Let's see what it say, man. We're not dealing with that stuff. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 84 and verse 11.
Read on.
For the Lord God is a sun.
He's a light, man. Read.
And shield.
And what?
And shield.
He say he's a shield, man. Read.
The Lord will give grace and glory. No good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly.
Uprightly, back to Matthew 7:22, man. And this the thing is, man, we shouldn't be perpetrating this stuff, man. But these brothers, you'll find out, man. Lord gonna reveal all things. Read that out.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 22. Many will say to me in that day,
on their deathbed, read.
Lord, Lord.
Lord, Lord, read.
Have we not prophesied in thy name?
When we out there on that corner, one sister such and such on that phone, read.
And in thy name have cast out devils?
And cast out devils, read.
And in thy name done many wonderful works?
We did many beautiful works, read.
And then will I profess unto them,
Christ say, I'm going to tell them, read.
I never knew you.
What he going to say to them?
I never knew you.
Read on.
Depart from me.
Get out of here, nigga, read.
Ye that work iniquity.
Oh, man.